What does Yoda have to say about creativity and inspiration? Today we're going to look at some Yoda quotes. We got Baby Yoda with us, just hanging out. Good to see you, Baby Yoda. Which also makes me think kind of that it's like a mogwai, right? So don't give it water after midnight. For everyone who knows Gremlins, right? So the first Yoda quote is, Luke is saying, I can't believe it. So he was trying to raise the X-Wing out of the swamp in Empire Strikes Back, and he couldn't do it. He said it was too big. But Yoda then comes along and goes, sticks out his hand as a three-clawed, whatever, and the X-Wing comes out. And Luke goes, I can't believe it. And Yoda goes, that is why you fail. So sometimes Let's Create Tuesday, we talk about that, about every writer that has ever written anything, any artist, at one point was not creating. I mean, sure, yeah, they created when they were a kid and, teen and whatever, but at some point when they're adult, usually they're not moving towards an artistic, writing, creative, heart, soul goal because they just get disconnected from that. But what everyone has in common that has done it, every author that's finished a book and every artist that's done this and song and performed and all this stuff, is at some point they shifted from I can't believe this is not for me, I can't do this, to it's possible, right? So Luke says I can't believe it, Yoda says that is why you fail. And I guess never starting in the first place is a type of failure, right? So the goal really is to go, how is this possible for me? Right? And once it's possible for me, then I can move forward on it. So this is the Yoda quote that's actually wrong. Well, in relation to creativity, right? Obviously he's a master, so he's never wrong, right? Okay. Sorry about that, dude. So Yoda's talking about Luke again. This one a long time I have watched. All his life has he looked away, to the future, to the horizon. Never his mind on where he was. What he was doing. Adventure. Excitement. A Jedi craves not these things. You are reckless. This is totally wrong when it has to do with creating. Because when you're a creator, a writer, an artist, it calls for total recklessness, right? Because you're going outside the box, you're creating something that's never been done. We don't even know if it's possible, right? You sort of have to feel it, you have to sense it, and I call it the paradox of creativity, where you're like, I'm gonna do this, I can see it in my mind's eye, it's already created, I'm gonna do this, I can do this, and at the very same time it's just like, I'm not sure if this is gonna work, right? So, reckless, we are reckless, let's be reckless and keep creating. Then we have the classic Yoda line, which numerous people know this one. Do or do not, there is no try. Which I think is actually kind of like a Buddha line, maybe they all are. So when we get together, we talk about creativity and inspiration, then we all connect in that way, right? And then we have a way of connecting with each other, and then we just do. That's excellent. Now, this also ties in with this quote, you will find only what you bring in. Again, Empire Strikes Back. There's this cave, there's this dark sense of something, and he's like, I don't know. And he goes in there and there's Darth Vader, and there's not really Darth Vader's there, but it's sort of like the potential of him becoming Darth Vader. And that's what... So Yoda says to him when he's going to go into this cave, you will find only what you bring in, right? So that's the same with when we go to create. When we go to create, we have what we've got, right? So when I was talking about just a moment ago with Let's Create Tuesday, when people log on, sometimes people are like, I don't feel like creating, I'm not in the mood to create, I'm not in that space. And I always say, don't worry about it, just log on. So anyone watching this that isn't part of Let's Create Tuesday yet, if you're going, I don't know if I could just go and just create on demand, and how do I do that, and sometimes I don't feel like it, I don't think I can do that. Trust me, we've had plenty of people that have said the exact same thing. Because what's so neat about it is when we log on to Let's Create Tuesday and we connect and we say welcome, we don't immediately go into the 45 minutes of creating. We have this little conversation, about 12 minutes or so, of creativity and inspiration, and that starts shifting, right? So you only find what you bring in. So even if you log on with a feeling of, oh, I'm not sure, I don't feel like, that's what you're bringing to the table. That's okay. Just show up, right? Because then the conversation, creativity, inspiration, the way we connect, that shifts that. So then you have something different. So then by the time we get to the 45 minutes of creating, we just ease right into it, right? Because we're coming from a different place. Yoda saying, luminous beings are we, not this crude matter. That is very crude matter, right? So the whole quote is, for my ally is the Force, a powerful ally it is. Life creates it, makes it grow. Its energy surrounds us and binds us. Luminous beings are we, not this crude matter. Okay? So creativity, the way we approach it, many artists, I would assume, created this approach this way. We have a heart, a soul, a connection, spirit. And our creativity, that's why they called it the muse back then, because they had no idea where ideas came from and inspiration, right? So they just made up a new word, muse, right? So it's a combination, this luminous beings we are and this crude matter. We need both, right? Because who types, right? Who plays guitar? Who draws? It's the crude matter, right? So it's a co-creation, it's a combination, and it's a celebration. That's what we shoot for, about tying those two in. If you end your training now, if you choose the quick and easy path as Vader did, you will become an agent of evil. And so that quote is to remind you to never quit Let's Create Tuesday. No, that's not the case. We've had people join just for 1 month. We had this one artist join for a month. He's a little bummed out, not drawing, starts illustrating again, and in a month he quits and joins up art school again to complete. Fantastic. That's awesome, right? We have people join for 3 months, create the course and the project that they're working on. They started thinking they weren't creative, right? Those 3 months, 12 Tuesdays, over and over again, experiencing, connecting, and they're like, oh my gosh, I am creative. Fantastic, right? And then we've had people, we started in May 2020, that have been along with the whole time. So year and a half, and they went from writing 1 Tuesday per week, right, just with us, to then enjoying it, getting better at it, knowing how to connect with it with ease and grace, allowing themselves to do it, and now they're writing 3, 4, 5, sometimes even 6 times a week, right? So that's what's great about Let's Create Tuesday. We meet you where you're at. So if you're just starting, fantastic. If you're considering, check it out. And if you've been around for a while, preaching to the choir, tell them Yoda, tell them how fantastic it is. Oh, I love you. All right, love everyone. Great seeing you. Have a great night, great day, great afternoon, whenever you're watching this video. And remember, be creative. It is more fun to create than to consume. Not a Yoda saying, but it could be. Enjoy.